Hello and welcome. Today I'll be recording a video on the quotient rule. So let's start. So let's say we have y, and let's say y is equal to u over v. And this is where u and v are two functions of x, right? So in order to differentiate this, then we'll say that dy, well actually I'll put this in a different color. We'll say that dy by dx, we'll say that this is equal to v prime u minus, and then we'll have v u prime all over u squared. Now, this dash or prime or whatever you call it, this thing right here, it represents that it's the derivative of that function. So wherever you see that dash, we're just finding the derivative of that. So what does this actually mean? Well, I'll actually give an example right now so you can have more of a conclusive, you kind of understand it a little bit better. So let's say f of x is equal to x plus 1 all over 2x plus 3. So how will we find the derivative of this? Now, in order to find the derivative of this, we will first, I'll show you the long way first, and then we'll go to the short way. We'll first let v equal something and let u equal to something. So we'll say let v equal x plus 1. Well, so in this case, we want the numerator to be differentiated first. And then we'll say u is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay? So, good. And let's just differentiate them so that we can just plug this in a lot easier, right? Because I'll write a general form of a different form of this differential equation, this derivative thing. I'll write a different form of it right next to it, just in case you work better with that. Actually, I'll do that after. So yeah, we have like v equals that, like equals that. Good, great, right? Great. So let's continue. We need to find v prime. So v is equal to x plus 1, so we'll say v prime is equal to 1, because differentiating this should be like easy to you by now, right? And we'll say that u prime equals, so u prime is equal to 2x plus 3, so we know that 3 is a constant, so it's the derivative of 3 is 0, so it's equal to 2, because, yeah. Okay, good. So, coming back to the formula now, I'll write it back down here. dy by dx is equal to v prime u minus u prime v. Any way you'd like to say it, over u squared. All you need to know is that the denominator needs to be squared and the denominator needs to be derived second. So you need to find the derivative of the numerator in the first section. It can't be either one because this is division and it's not multiplication. In multiplication, for the product rule, you can do whatever you want for that. But for the division, you have to make sure that you find the derivative of the numerator first, multiplied by the denominator, minus the derivative of the denominator times the numerator. So let's do this. So we know v prime to be 1. So we'll say this is equal to 1 times u, which is equal to 2x plus 3. So 1 times 2x plus 3 minus, and then we'll see, so u prime, we found that to be 2. So minus 2 times v, which was x plus 1. And this is all over u squared. Now what was u again? Go up, look at it, u was 2x plus 3, right here. Oh, I'm just going to remove that box, it looks kind of disgusting. So yeah, So all over 2x plus 3 cubed. Squared, sorry. Squared, not cubed. Squared. Perfect. Now let's just kind of fix this up a little bit and, everything will be good. You don't even need differentiation to find the answer for this. Now the differentiation part is over and now you're just doing basic math, right? Multiplication, subtraction, that's all. And that's literally all, expanding, yeah. So we'll have 2x plus 3 minus 2 times, so we'll keep this in brackets. I'll put this in a yellow bracket, minus 2 times x plus 1, which is equal to 2x plus 2, is all over 2x plus 3 squared. So this is equal to 2x plus 3 minus, and we're just, right here, we're just going to be expanding what's in here, multiplying, like that, right? Minus 2x minus 2. Remember to distribute the minus sign right here. This minus sign is very key because you might just think it's minus 2. No, it's minus times everything on the other side. So negative 2 times x, negative 2 times 1. So if you're distributing it this way, remember to keep the negative and yeah, you'll be good. All over 2x plus 3 squared. This is equal to, so 2x minus 2x cancels out, and 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's equal to 1 over 2x plus 3 squared. And that's it. That's literally just the quotient rule, right? This is first example. I hope you're kind of seeing something in it. I hope you're kind of understanding this a bit. Yeah, it's very. I hope it's seeming kind of simple to you, right? Now, they could also say find the gradient of the curve y. Well, find the gradient of the curve y is equal to x over x squared plus 1. So again, I'm not going to go over the derivative thing about VU prime. I'm going to just kind of do it, and I hope you're getting it. You need to be able to do this intuitively, and if you don't understand, try some questions, look at the solutions, and you kind of formulate it in your brain. You'll get what's going on right there. And if not, check another video, and you should be good to go. So this should be equal to what? So this will be equal to V prime U. Well, we'll say that V equals x and U equal x squared plus 1. We'd say dy by dx equals V prime U minus U prime V over, over U squared. So V prime equals 1, U prime equals 2x. All right. Also, probably try doing this in your head, or, well, if you're not in your head, write it on paper. Either thing works. But try doing it by yourself and then checking the video to see if you got it right. Because you won't learn unless you do that. Okay, so let's continue. So now that we know v prime is equal to 1, is equal to 1 times, what was u? U was equal to x squared plus 1. So 1 times x squared plus 1 minus, and x squared plus 1 was the denominator, so minus 1. So now we'll have minus u prime. We found u prime to be 2x, so minus 2x times v, which is equal to x. And never forget, all over u squared. So the denominator squared. So x squared plus 1 squared. X squared plus 1. Squared. So this is equal to x squared plus 1 minus 2x squared over x squared plus 1 squared. Okay? So now we can cancel these out. So 1, 2, so we'll say is equal to 1 minus x squared all over x squared plus 1 squared. And that is it. That is just the quotient rule. It's very simple. I'm sure you're able to get it by now. And yeah, you just need a little bit more practice, and you should be good on your way to understanding the quotient rule.